Okay, next, problem number 25. X to the 2/3 plus y to the 2/3 is equal to 5. Evaluate that derivative of the slope of the tangent line at the point 8, comma 1. Okay, so we're going to take the derivative of both sides. The first term is x to the 2/3, so that'll be 2/3 x to the negative 1/3. Alright, for the second term, it's basically going to be almost the same, only we're going to have to multiply that by y prime in the end. So that's 2/3 y to the negative 1/3 times y prime. And that equals 0 on the other side. Alright, so we have only one y prime, but you know what? It doesn't even matter here. We're just going to plug and chug at this point. So x to the negative 1/3, x is 8 and y is 1. So x to the negative 1/3 really means 1 over the cube root of 8, and the cube root of 8 is 2, so x to the negative 1/3, or 8 to the negative 1/3, is 1/2. Now y to the negative 1/3, y is just 1, and 1 over the cube root of 1 is still just 1. And so we have 2/3 times 1/2, which is going to give us 1/3 plus 2/3 y prime equals 0. Solving for y prime, we move the 1/3 to the right side, multiplying both sides by 3/2, and that's going to give me y prime is equal to negative 1/2. And we're done. Alright, so again, you could go into Wolfram Alpha and you could pull up a picture of that graph and look at the point 8 comma 1 and see, do you have a negative slope that looks like it's about a half with a slope of about a half. You can do all that on your own. I'm going to go on to 27. Okay, problem number 27. We have tangent of x plus y is equal to x. I'm going to do the same exact thing that we've been doing. Take the derivative of both sides with respect to x. Okay, so the derivative of tangent is secant square. We leave the inside alone, then times the derivative of the inside. The derivative of x plus y, derivative of x is 1, derivative of y is y prime. So we're going to multiply secant square of x plus y times 1 plus y prime. And on the right side, derivative of x, derivative with respect to x of x is just 1. The calculus part is done. Now we're going to start plugging in. X is 0, y is 0, and so x plus y is still 0. And I think that's all that we can plug in at this point. Now remember that secant is 1 over cosine. So another way of looking at secant square of 0 is 1 over cosine of 0, quantity squared. Cosine of 0 is just 1, and so 1 squared is 1. And so that term basically goes away. We're going to end up with 1 plus y prime equals 1. Subtract 1 from both sides and we get y prime equals 0. Remember that y prime equals 0 means that you have a horizontal tangent line. So again, if you were to go out to Wolfram Alpha, type in tan of x plus y equals x, call up the picture, look at the point at the origin, you should see that there is a horizontal tangent line at that point. Alright, so this is the second type of problem we're working with. The first type of problems, we're just given an expression or an equation, implicit, defined implicitly, and we're just going to find dy dx, or y prime, from that. And we did that. The second type of problem is now not to come up with a formula for y prime, but to do the initial differentiation and plug in a particular xy coordinate pair and come up with the slope of the tangent line at that particular point. Alright, so that's the next thing that we're going to do. We'll go on to the third type of problem at this point.